Shanti. Om lead us thou, O God, from unreal to real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. Om Shanti Shanti.
Namaste. Welcome to Yoga for Health, Happiness, and Liberation. I'm Meeta Gajjar, and this is my father, Bharat Gajjar. We're so happy you could join us today. I'd like to read something from Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh. It's called Life Goes On, Eternally Flowing. Life goes on flowing. It does not wait. But mind thinks and therefore takes time. To exist, no time is needed. But to think, time is necessary. Really, there is no time in existence. It appears only because of the mind and its thinking. Existence exists not in time, but in eternity. It exists in the eternal now. There is neither past nor future, but only the present, or not even that, because without the past and future, it is meaningless to call it present. Do not live out of the mind. Otherwise, you will always lag behind, because life never waits for you and your so-called mind. That is why the mind always feels as if something is missing, because it is missing life itself and always.
Okay, today's subject is love. And what is meditation? Meditation is a process where you learn to love again. So actually, as you are part of God, if God is Param Atman, you are Jivatman, so God is a big soul, you are little soul. So you are love, because God is love. But in this material energy, in this material world, you forget who you are, and your love is dormant. So meditation is a process to learn love again. It teaches you how you can open up and love again. Today I just want to explain to you a scenario, what happens, how people withdraw love. So let's take an example. Children are full of love, but then when they enter into material world, ego comes and they go away from love, which I will show you in a minute. But let's explain. Think about a girl who is 13, and just about that time they blossom and they start experience the lust, and she meets a boy, let's call him a John. And every time he passes by, her heart, boom, 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 really, she feels great love. And then she tells him, Johnny, I love you. Now, boys at that time don't like anybody except their mother and sister. Okay, so they say, shut up, I don't want to hear that. Somebody will hear. So he really hurts her feeling great deal, but he does not know. And she's hurt, so she goes home crying. And her mother says, well, don't worry, it's puppy love. You okay? Now she says, this girl of 13, she says, never love again like that. And she withdraws a little bit. The next time she meets Dick and fall in love, but this time she's a little cautious. But she anyway gets involved and she gets a slap. And she cries again. And she goes home, cries again. Her mother gives the same lecture again. And the girl says, never love again like that. So until Then she finds Paul, same thing. Comes about 20 years of age, she says, you know, women, little girls stop loving that time and they start singing. Do you know that? They start singing. They don't want to love anymore. So they sing from 20 to 30. They keep singing. And they get few more slaps. Then about 30, they stop singing. And they start listening only. Because they have withdrawn so much. About 30 to 40, they keep listening. And at 40, she gave up listening. It's not worth a damn. Now, she joins a yoga class. And then yoga teacher says, okay, I'm going to teach you meditation. Close your eyes. What do you see? She says, nothing. How can she see? Love means light. So yoga teacher says, okay, open one window of love. Every time you meditate, open one window. Keep opening, keep opening. One day it will be all open and you are in love again. Then, now listen to me. Can love possible without pain? No. Now you have children. You fall in love. You're really in love. You love. Then when they get sick, you hug, you feel where this and that. Can you have love without pain? No. Can you have, Bhagavan Rajni said, can you have rose without thorn? No, you cannot have. If you want rose, thorn is there. So get ready. But when you withdraw, and then at one point you cannot love at all. Okay? Completely you're finished. And also the same way, people want to get involved with life and they get few slaps, they keep withdrawing. Have you seen some old people just sit in rocking chair? They don't want to do anything anymore. They just rocking chair to die. That's all. They're waiting because they have no courage to do anything. To love, you require tremendous courage. It requires courage to love. Now, let's take about this. I'm going to show you this little map. Look at here. When you take birth, you are completely Om, means complete love. You are full of love. And Lord Buddha was full of love. And then there is no lust in that, just pure love. But when you enter into material world, that is Om. Lord Jesus was pure love. That's all. There is nothing else. Perfect. Lord Buddha, the saints are pure love. That's all. But when you enter into material world, we all have, even children are full of love. But then you go towards material world, material energy, ego keeps going up. As ego, more ego, less love. So ego is, have you seen, when man has tremendous ego, they are very sexy. Now, a saint are full of love, they are like little babies. Have you seen Maharishi Mahesh Yogi? Like a little baby. Great saints are like little children because they have no more ego. There is no ego left anymore. But if you go all the way, ignorance, ego, lust, anger, and then at one point you go beyond, you go crazy because you've gone too far. So objective of yoga is to go back to Om again. So that is what yoga is. Now yoga, let's examine. Suppose you fall in love. They say, oh, you fall in love. Then you fall out of love. That's not love. You fall in lust. If you fall in lust, then you can fall out. But once you start love, you never fall out. Okay? So love is not for something get in, get out. Now, the word, English word love is really messed up. I'll tell you. Love means love. Love means lust. Love means sex. Love means, I love my car. I love my car. I love my dog. I love my house. I love everything. So what is love? Love is all mixed up. But actually, what is love? Love is pure love. There is nothing. But then, have you heard these things? Oh, I have found my other half, better half. I have found my soulmate. That is Western philosophy. Eastern philosophy, you are perfect. But you don't experience love because you are in Maya completely. The illusion. So you have forgotten who you are. Now somebody said, oh, every time I see, he gives me love. Nobody can give you love. Somebody can turn on the love which is already dormant within your heart. That's what love is. Now, when you say, in Eastern philosophy, life does not start here. Life started much before. So when you meet somebody and you feel experience love, we say, maybe you have spent some time with that soul in the past life. That's why you have experienced that love. Otherwise, you cannot say, if everybody takes birth here, where you find half of my soul somewhere? No, there is no better half. Your soul is complete. The other person is complete. Just you two meet. You have closed. So what is love? You both open up and experience love. But both are unique in the individual and they experience love. Now, if you stick around with the other person, you stay longer and longer, you love more and more and more. Actually, you learn because love is already there and you allow itself to go. So, what is love? Love is, you are love. You're part of God, which is Atman. Atman is perfect. And that perfection you have forgotten, so the only thing you have to do is to open up. Now, you want to discipline your children. Everybody likes to see them learn hard, do good, and all these things. Discipline. You want to motivate them. But what comes first? Discipline or the love? So some people say, it's like, what comes first, chicken or the egg came first? The important thing is. Now, you ask people, I say, how are you going to motivate these children? Oh, what are the three ways of doing it? One is love, one is carrot. Carrot means you give them some money, you give them something, bribe them. And third way is stick, little punishment. I was giving seminar. They were all taking seminar. So I said, how many believe that you have to have stick? Everybody raised up. I said, you believe in love? Yeah. But the love doesn't work. You see, they're wrong right there. Because if you really love someone, children, discipline comes if you love them. Then discipline comes. So without love, discipline is not possible. Or you have to use a stick all the time. And then time comes, you have a problem. I will give you discipline. A friend of mine, I was working that time, and he said, lunchtime, we were having breakfast. So he said, I tell my kids, if I give you breakfast, whatever, cereal, you finish it. If you don't finish it, I put it in a refrigerator. And then you have to finish it. If you don't finish it, I will give you that in the evening before you get your dinner. I said, boy, that sounds great. Tough law. It's called tough law. All right. So I told my kids, I said, kids, my friend does that. I give you breakfast, you better finish. Otherwise, I'll put it in the refrigerator and give you in the evening. So both the kids laughed. Ha, Daddy. Oh, he's funny. So I said, oh, gee. Okay. I said. But in the evening I came, I threw away the whole thing. That's okay. But let me tell you, this friend of mine, his kid got so angry at his father that when he was 16 or so, he took his father's car, drew in school grass, and they punished him, and then he kicked him out, and he ran away. Now, you see, I never disciplined my kids because my wife really loved them. I loved a little bit. I just, but I never disciplined. I never had to say, okay, you are grounded or this or that. Nothing. Because, you love them, they never give me trouble when they were teenagers. I never had to worry. Because once you love them, everything is okay. Because discipline, even parents read, the kids will read. If you're not disciplined, the parents not disciplined, how are you going to discipline the kids? Kids are not going to be disciplined. Now, you never read a book. Why children should read? You tell me. If you don't study, the children don't study. So love is very powerful. Again, you have to say that yes, you discipline yourself, children, and you love them, then they obey. So discipline is very easy when you love your children. And again, look how you can love. When I came in this country, I said, oh, these are Americans. I mean, they were not mine. So at one point I said, no, they are the same as I am. And when I accepted as like me, my people, I started more love. So you have to grow. Gradually, love means keep growing and bring more people in your family. So start with your family, start loving your family, then your neighbors, and then whole world at one point. So that what love is. When love will come in your heart, love will come in your family, things will quiet down and you will experience a lot of bliss, a lot of happiness. So meditation is also a process of teach yourself love again. Nobody can give you love, as I mentioned. Love is already there, but it is dormant. We have to awaken that love which is already there. Because you are part of God. You are Atman. And God is Paramatman. So that Atman you have to recognize. You are pure.